Hi my gardening angels, if you are new to my channel, I am Jess. I wanted to show you guys kind of a houseplant tour and show you guys kind of how things are looking, kind of the collection that I actually have, because I don't know if I've really shown you guys my whole collection of things. Recently I did just buy a bunch of houseplants, which I can include a link to down below on the haul for that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying learning how to grow these plants. I've already struggled with the ferns a lot. So I'm pretty thankful that Garden Answer has already put out a video on ferns, so I could kind of learn from her on that one. But I kind of wanted to show you guys my succulent collection, which are kind of hard to see under the lights, but I did the best I could. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to walk you guys around my house and show you where I put things, kind of the status of them. I am in need of a lot of actual ceramic pots or terracotta. I'm trying to decide which way to go with that. My house is kind of this out of college, starting to transition into adult life. I love farmhouse, so when I buy things, they're going to tend to be more farmhouse themed. But you can also tell that I have a lot of random stuff that I probably picked up for free in our house. So not a lot matches currently, but we're pretty excited. So I just kind of wanted to show you kind of all the plants that I have and the extensive collection of them. So okay, so I wanted to start off by showing you guys kind of what I'm working on currently for my garden. These are some daffodil bulbs. I will be posting a video on this once they kind of start blooming, but I just put these in some water and these glass vases. I think I'm going to be putting some pebbles in the bottom too. But I had refrigerated these daffodil bulbs because I bought them at Walmart after the season kind of was over, so they were only like $1 for 15 bulbs. So I wanted to kind of see if they would turn out, and like they're looking really good already, and I only planted these up 2 days ago. But I kind of wanted to show you guys just a clip of that. So here's my Fiddle Leaf Fig. We are getting a new house member in a few days, so I am trying to pick everything up kind of off the floor to make room for her. That video will be coming shortly. But this is my Fiddle Leaf Fig right now. Obviously you can tell I need a pot for it. This is kind of just what I'm using currently. I have a paper towel and just some metal, and then the Fiddle Leaf Fig, which is actually looking pretty good. It gets indirect bright light, but we kind of have a gaming table in this corner, and it has our nerdy little pictures on it, so that would explain that. But yeah, so that's our Fiddle Leaf Fig. Sorry it's so bright, but this is right next to our patio. But here's a jade plant. My jade pretty much died in the move, so this is kind of all that's left. But he's doing well. He gets a lot of sun in this little area, so I think he'll like that to kind of recover. This is kind of our wine rack. Please excuse like everything that's kind of happening over here because we're not fully moved in and we don't have everything organized yet, but this is kind of a cute little wine holder that we have, but we don't have any wine right now, so I put this little milk container with the bamboo shoots in it, and they're actually looking amazing. Like, I'm pretty sure they've already grown since we got them, which was only a few weeks ago. This is a little Boston fern we have, and like I probably will say for most of the plants in this house plant tour, we need a pot for them. But this is kind of a good spot for him because I watched Garden Answers video, and this is a Boston fern. So I'm going to be needing to spray him every day and kind of keep him moist because South Dakota is really dry on the side that I live. So he's just kind of like on our gaming shelf. But I think he'll like it because he gets a lot of indirect light. So this is our TV stand actually, but this is the aluminum plant, which I believe has already grown tremendously, but it's just beautiful. It's doing really well. I mean, maybe I should face it this way so that it will turn, but isn't that just I don't know, I just love those leaves. I think they're gorgeous. I did have the fern there, but I think it needed a little bit more light than what it was getting. On this shelf over here we have that Croton plant. That's doing really good too. I thought it looked kind of pretty on this mint green shelf. Oh, there's a husband. Where'd he go? We have some of our fun dishes on a like in a glass container cabinet here, and up here is the ZZ plant. Also need a pot for him, but I just like this little bike with him. I think once he gets a little bit bigger and we get him in a really pretty pot, that's gonna be a perfect spot, because I had my palm up here, but what I was finding was that I kept forgetting about it, and so I stopped watering it as often, and so he was drying out a lot, whereas the ZZ plant is really adaptable, and I think will do really well without as much water. But I just really like this plant a lot. We have a little basket here, and on this shelf we have the Peperomia, I believe that's what he was. He looks really happy there. And then next to that we have the palm, which I'm gonna see if you can hear this. If you could hear that, that is because it's really dry. He moved from our bathroom where there was a window and lots of humidity from the shower to a more dry climate, not in the bathroom, where the heat is on. So he's constantly dry, and I'm trying to help him. But I have a little spray bottle that I use for the ferns as well, and just kind of try to spray him every now and then, like once a day, just to try to give him some more moisture. But he's kind of struggling a little bit. But I actually do really enjoy the pot that he's in. It's kind of a farmhousey terracotta style. It's not the typical terracotta where it has an edge here. You can see it's chipped, but I just thought he looks good in that. But there's a lot of new growth. I tried cutting off the growth that kind of died. So this here is actually our dining room table. I just love this corner. I'll try to get a good picture of it for you. So back here I have a really cool hanging planter that I want to either get string of pearls or like a Hoya, or just something trailing down into this corner. I think that will be a nice little element of green. I love this bless sign. I'm a sucker for kind of like the farmhouse look. But on our table we have these really cool marble elements. Like this is, I think, a cake stand. I found this really pretty moss bunny at Hobby Lobby. He was on sale for only $4. So I figured I needed him in this little corner here. But then we have the bird nest fern in this glass cloche, but I think which was purchased at Target maybe through the Hearth and Hand or Magnolia's collection. But it's already put on a ton of growth as well. So this is my desk in my office. You can kind of see the wall here. But this is a Maidenhair fern, a Maidenhair fern. I love the pot that I put her in. She's not actually planted in this pot. I just have the plastic pot. Let's see if I can show you guys. Just kind of sitting in it, and then just setting in there. I figured that would be good for now, so I don't have to repot her, but that you also are not seeing the plastic. But same with this one, it definitely needs more moisture. You can kind of see the edges. Like I just bought it a few weeks ago, and you can already see the edges are browning. But I think that's because I wasn't spraying it down. Today's the first day that I started spraying it, so I'm thinking that will help a lot. But I just really like this one, so I want it to live. Fingers crossed. Okay, so this is the wall behind my desk here. I love that poster, and these two I found at the dollar store. But here is an ogre ears. This is a crassula ogre ears. This is my husband's favorite succulent. You can kind of see how those would look kind of like Shrek. But this hanging pot matches the one that's out in my dining room. But I just am a huge fan of this setup. So now we're in my bedroom actually, and this is kind of my succulent corner where I have all the grow lights. As you can see, I have this shelf turned off for right now. With the move, I kind of lost a lot of progress in succulents, and so I don't technically need that one on right now because I just don't have enough to kind of fill it up. But I thought you guys would kind of enjoy me showing you kind of what I do have right now. Okay, so this is the bottom shelf where the grow lights actually turned off. These are the succulent seeds that I started. So that's kind of what I've just been doing, is with this little plastic cover. It's a little dark, and I can't really get too close with this camera, but there are a couple seeds that survived. I kind of sifted through the sand that had spilled to see what I could recover, so you can kind of see a bunny ears there and here. There's a few lithops in these containers, and these three were an echeveria of some sorts. One of them's Lowy. I don't really know which one's which anymore, but they're growing and they're not dead, so that's a win in my book. Okay, so now under the shelf, I guess, is where we'll start, but I have just this tray of leaves, and then I guess you can kind of see it. I have a ton of leaves that I'm trying to propagate all under there. Sorry, it's so messy. That's really disgusting. Those are all Lolas. Some of these are subsessilis, and then those are little jewels. But, oh, and then there's some Liliacenas way back there. I'm trying to keep these out of reach for that same house guest that is soon to arrive. So yeah, those are kind of under there, and then we have a little propagating tray, or I guess it's a big pot of dirt that the plant had died in, so it turned into a propagating tray. That one has leaves, so kind of doing that, and then this is my Dionysides elephantides or something, I don't know. And then another propagating tray. Okay, so these are kind of just a mix of succulents down here. I have some topsy-turvies in this dinosaur planter, so those are super cute. Those are doing really well. Here's a little pot of tippies, random moonstones, Liliacena, another random one. This is the one I don't know the name of, that I have a lot of though. I keep my plants in those seed propagating trays. I just take out the pellets, or I don't know what you call them, but I take that out and then just fill up the bottom of it. But back there's a Super Bum, Lola, but you can kind of see it stretching out. I'm almost trying to see if I should just lower my grow light a little bit, because as you can see, like, this cubic frost is really stretched out, this Lola is super stretched, this Liliacena is kind of stretching. So I kind of want to play around and see if I can't get it a little closer. Because they weren't in much light, I didn't want to just burn them right away, but now that they might be a little bit more used to it, maybe I should. Some of those Debbies or pink edges, whatever they were, my little jewel. Here's some more Lolas and Liliacenas. That's about it. Okay, and then up here on my top shelf, I have my light kind of farther away. But this is my propagation tray, and then I have the larger succulents as well. With propagation trays, you don't want them too close because you don't want it to burn anything. Here is a tiny little Liliacena baby. Isn't that cute? Here's a crested topsy-turvy and another one back there. But yeah, mostly topsy-turvies is what I have in this tray. Then the aloe and the little candle blue cactus is back there. Some zebra, mother of thousands, trying to survive. My Haworthias, pretty much, in that like ginormous cotyledon. But yeah, that's kind of it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, so that you guys can keep getting notifications of my videos.